First time watching Doctor Who Series 6, Episode 13. The finale. Called, what is it called? It's called The Wedding of River Song. Let's do it! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Affan, and welcome to my channel. Now then, the Wedding of River Song. I've been calling it all this time. River Song is going to marry the Doctor. She is the Doc's wife. I've been calling it from the very beginning. You can go back and watch the videos. Now, I'm calling it here one more time. Right here, right now. This is my prediction. River Song. Oh, I had a moment of doubt. I don't like it when that happens. River Song is going to marry the Doctor. All right? No, I'm confident. Nope, no more doubts. That's it. It's gone. I had that moment. It's done now. That's it. I'm sticking to it. Second prediction. I want to talk about something. I was just thinking this the other day. Could the little girl, the astronaut girl, because that's what's going to be happening in this one. We saw the prequel to this episode in the last episode. So I know that's what it's going to be about. Could the little girl, because now we know it's River Song, could she be flesh made by that Madame Cavarian or whatever to kill the Doctor? Because River Song's with them, do you know what I mean? During that beach scene. I forgot that other American CIA agent dude name. He's there too. Anyways, but you know what I mean? I was thinking, what if that child is a flesh, because we've seen a flesh child before, which was Melody, by the way. River is Melody, do you know what I mean? Who knows? That's just a prediction from me. You heard it here first, folks. I'm watching this, it was in 2011, right? Saturday, probably. We saw the date of it airing last in the prequel as well. So that's 12 years. Wow. But you heard it here first, all right? If anybody else said it before me, doesn't count. Anyways, yeah, let's see how this one's gonna go down. I'm just thinking of the time I'm going in the future in my mind after I've seen this episode and everything I've said is wrong. Just lovely. Cherry on top. Anyways, here we go. Without any further ado. Here we go.
Out.
You understand what this is, don't you?
220411.
Kills the Doctor.
How do you know who I am?
Okay, right. Use the old format, which is date first. So 0110 meant October 1st, 2011. So that's when this episode aired.
The oldest question in the universe. Hidden in plain sight.
Yes, but what is the question?
Unknown.
22nd April, all right, it is that day. So we're 200 years in the future now? Wait, what? Whoa, what? Do not feed. Pterodactyls. That's a Roman dude. War of the Roses enters second. Wait, what? Isn't that like a medieval time war?
Ghosts in the past and the present and the future all at the same time.
Oh, we love a ghost story.
It's Charles Dickinson.
Holy Roman Emperor Winston Churchill returned to the Buckingham Senate on his horse of the Mammoth.
Holy Roman Emperor Churchill, eh?
Had an argument with Cleopatra Dreadful.
What was his name? Muddy something. Muddy.
2 minutes past 5, Caesar.
Caesar salad?
It's 2 minutes past 5, day or night. It's always 2 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. Why is that?
Because that is the time, Caesar.
And the date? It's
22.
always 22nd of April.
Where you threw him the last time.
Get him.
Always the same, huh?
Leave us.
That's the Doctor? Or is that Rory?
Goes the clock, as the old song says.
Yeah.
But they don't, do they? The clocks never tick. Something has happened.
Do they talk?
All of history is happening at once. But what does that mean?
Oh.
Happened to time.
It is the doctor.
A woman.
Okay. River or Amelia? So Amy and Rory are going to be back in this one as well, right? Because River, if it's about River, then I mean they're the parents. Think they might be back.
Home in terrible pain. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, you looked up
He's got the hat
and saw
that Craig gave him.
Hello, darling.
The Dalek. Callisto be. Let Callisto be, man.
Who says he's here?
That's an eye.
Gideon Vanderleer,
For girls?
former envoy of the Silence. My condolences.
You're what?
That father looks like an awful lot like a mother.
Captain, please.
Hello again. The tesselected time
Oh, that thing.
Their weakest link.
Crowd are getting ready.
Live chess?
Dorium Moldova is the only one who can help you. Concede the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take you to him.
He's alive? Roll. Oh, his skull's here?
Behead you alive, remember?
Yeah, but once you get beheaded, then you're not alive. He's got skin it. Whoa, he's got skin and everything. Nah, he's done for. Checkmate.
Give it to me straight, Doctor. How bad are my injuries?
Well,
All you've got is a face.
I'm getting to her.
What's she like? Attractive, I assume.
Hell. In high heels.
Well.
Tell me more.
Not so bad, really, as long as they get your box the right way up. And the Wi-Fi down here is excellent. So
Nice.
I don't hesitate.
5G.
and they want me dead.
No, not really. They just don't want you to remain alive.
Okay then, I was a bit worried for a minute there.
You're a man with a long and dangerous past, but your future is infinitely more terrifying. The Silence believe it must be averted.
You know, you could have told me all this the last time we met.
It was a busy day and I got beheaded.
Also, the writers forgot to put it in the script.
Would you like to know what it is?
Yes.
Are you sure? But on your own head, be it. Be back. Ow!
He took him. He's fallen on his nose.
I hear I'm bored already, and my nose is hurting. We all have to die, Doctor. But you more than most. You do see that, don't you?
Yeah.
The question is now, you do see that you have to die.
What is the question?
How would you erase that secret from the world, destroy it forever, before it can be spoken?
If I had to, I'd destroy the man.
My death. The Doctor will fall. Why are we here?
This is
Speaker. SPQR.
I think I've been running. Why do you have your revolver?
well. You're dangerous company, Soothsayer.
Yes. I think I am.
The mark. When you see the silence, you make a mark.
More than it used to. It's like some terrible pressing down on me.
Yeah, that's... Or was that like a cut or something? I thought... I don't know, we'll see.
Fixed point, and your death is a fixed point, Doctor. You can't run away from this.
Been running all my life. Why should I stop?
Because how long have you delayed already?
Been knocking about, bit of a farewell tour.
Yeah, his farewell tour is lasting 200 years. It's worse than David. Just felt bad for that Ood following him around. He must have been like, fucking die already, bro.
I'm afraid Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart passed away
A few months ago.
Who?
Yes.
He was very peaceful. Talked a lot about you, if that's any comfort, one of these days.
Doctor.
Is Brigadier? Is it like one of those? People from like UNIT or something? It was that one guy that, or the envelopes. That one guy that was like always arguing him with about the guns and stuff. I remember his name.
It's time.
It is time.
Surely you could deliver the messages yourself.
It would involve crossing my own time stream. Best not.
According to our files, this is the end for you.
Your final journey.
We'll deliver your messages.
Thank you.
We are champions of law and order, just as you've always been.
Is there nothing else we can do?
Why would you,
There is?
of all the things, why would you invite your friends to see your death?
I had to die. I didn't have to die alone.
Hey!
Rory, the last centurion, and the girl who waited. And there they'd be. If it's time to go, remember what you're leaving. Remember the best. My friends have always been the best of me.
And did you tell them this was going to happen?
It would help if you didn't keep asking questions.
2 more times they've appeared. Whoa. All right.
And this woman you spoke of, did you invite her?
Hello, sweetie.
This is where it happened.
Napoleon gave me this bottle. Well, I mean, I say gave. Through. Salud!
Wait.
So, I only had to die.
Oh my god.
You all need to stay back. Whatever happens now, you do not interfere.
Is... Oh. Wait, this is not a child.
Here we are at last.
I can't stop it. The suit's in control.
You're not supposed to. This has to happen.
Run.
I did run. Running brought me here.
Tried to fight it, but I can't. It's too...
Wait, she's real? I thought she would be the test selector or whatever.
Happen. This always happens. Don't worry. You won't even...
She's over there as well.
Look over there.
Yeah, look. Yeah.
How can
Mario.
I be there?
And you are forgiven. Always and completely forgiven.
Please, my love, please, just run.
Can't?
Time can be rewritten.
Don't you dare. Goodbye, River.
Think I just drained my weapon systems.
But this is fixed. This is a fixed point in time.
Fixed points can be rewritten.
No, they can't. Of course they can't. Who told you?
Well, what happened?
Whoa, what?
Nothing.
Nothing happened, and then it kept happening. Or, if you'd prefer, everything happened at once, and if time is dying, it's going to be 5:02 in the afternoon for all eternity. A needle stuck on a record.
Oh, because it's a fixed point. So unless it happens, the time won't move?
That's Gunsmoke. Oh, I appear to have fired this.
We seem to be defending ourselves.
I don't understand.
The silence are here. Yeah. One more time. Lovely.
Nick.
They're right behind you.
They're not too difficult.
Whoa, okay then. My God.
Your eye drive's active. Who the devil are you? Identify yourselves.
Pond. Amelia Pond.
No! She's on outside. Amy.
She turned into the eye patch lady. She's not a pirate. Run ahead.
Again, apologise for extensive radio interference caused by solar flare and sunspot activity.
Okay. What? She is now that lady? She's part of that organization or something?
Pyro shortly.
Amy Pond. Amelia Pond from Leadville.
Hey.
I know it seems impossible, but you know me. In another version of reality.
A little toy TARDIS.
We traveled together. We had adventures. Amelia Pond.
Remember in the first episode I talked about Craig Ferguson having a TARDIS? That's... Well, I said TARDIS, but you know, that thing.
Try. If you really
try,
you'll be able to.
Open it, there's Haggis inside. She's Scottish, she might like it. Pretty much everything. They got the pirates, the Daleks, the Cybermen, everything.
You look wonderful.
We'll soon fix that.
Hey.
Geronimo.
Geronimo. Long time, eh?
Not sure about the eye patch, though.
It's not an iPad. Time's gone.
Slash office.
I've missed you.
Where's the Roman?
Yeah.
My husband, Rory, yeah?
Veronicus. Your father-in-law.
I love him very much.
I'm not gonna let that go, even if they don't get married. You're married.
Mom, we're about to arrive.
Mom.
Activated as soon as we disembark.
Amy, you'll find your Rory.
Wait a minute.
And what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
I'm still alive.
Wow. The pyramids. Area 52? Where's Area 69?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'll tell you where it is. It's right. Anyways.
I should really check this out. They haven't been this active in a while. You go ahead, Mom.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, she is your mom, isn't she?
Check. Something. Mom.
We're in. He's on his way.
Your boss, you should just ask her out. She likes you. She said so.
What did she say?
Oh, she just sort of... You were a Mr. Hottie. She would like to go out with you for texting and scones.
The death of time. The end of time. The end of us all. Oh, why couldn't you just die?
Dear Vera showed up. You just can't get the psychopaths these days. Love what you've done.
Hallucinogenic lipstick. Works wonders on President Kennedy. And Cleopatra was...
Right, her lipstick.
You?
Eventually.
Oh, that flirting. Do I have to watch this?
It was such a basic mistake, wasn't it?
I don't have the time. Nobody has the time, because as long as I'm alive, time is dying because of you, River.
Because I refused to kill the man I love.
Oh, you love me, do you? Oh, that's sweet. If you isn't that sweet, come here, you.
I'm not a fool, sweetie. I know what happens if we touch. Get off me.
He touched her. Well, it's the claw.
Let go.
Moving.
It was over the... Yeah. It's not skin. It doesn't have to be skin to skin, I suppose. Ooh, they're back.
Why do you always have handcuffs? It's the only way, River. We're the opposite poles of the disruption. We short out the differential. Time can begin again.
I didn't say there was, sweetie.
Uh-oh. That one broke out?
There are so many theories about you and I, you know.
I'd gossip.
Yeah, there's a lot. Archaeology, yeah. It still loves archaeologists, say.
Doctor, what's that?
Agua. Uh-oh.
The pyramid.
Whoa, that was scary.
How many silents have you got trapped inside it?
None. They're not trapped. They never have been. They've been waiting for this, Doctor. For you.
They're out!
Bullets don't work on them?
No one can... We have them outnumbered.
And you're wearing eye drives based on mine, I think.
What do you mean?
She's dead.
The bullets don't work on them anyways. Unless they're such a bad shot that in a narrow alley 50 people are shooting and they're all missing.
You need me. Stop it. Doing this.
this for you.
Then people are dying for me. I won't thank you for that, Amelia Pond.
Just let us show you. Please. That's enough. We're going to the receptor room right at the top of the pyramid. I hope you're ready for a climb.
I'll wait down here, Mom. Buy you as much time as I can. It has activated, Mom. I'm used to if I can't remember. You have to go now, Mom. Yes, now.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Captain Williams.
Captain Pondicus. Uh-oh. The man who dies and dies again. Well, she just did. Oh, so bullets do work on him? Wait, so what the fuck? They were in like a narrow alley. There were like 10 people shooting at them. None of them hit?
Amy, help me. You took my baby from me and hurt her. And now she's all grown. Doctor is very precious to me, you're right. You know what else he is? Not here. River Song.
Lovely.
All from you, sweetie.
Fine.
To you.
It's stupid to embarrass me.
We barricaded the door. We've got a few minutes.
Wow.
The sky's full of a million voices saying, yes, of course, we'll help. You've touched so many lives, saved so many people. Did you think when your time came, you'd really have to do more than just ask?
Wow.
You've decided that the...
No one can help me. A fixed point has been altered. Time is disintegrating.
I can't let you die.
I have to die.
Shut up! I can't live by no one more than me.
You and I, we know what this means. Our ground zero of an explosion that will engulf all reality. Billions on billions will suffer and die.
I'll suffer if I have to kill you.
More than every living thing in the universe. Your daughter, I hope you're both proud.
I'm not sure I completely understand.
We got married.
Short and sweet.
And hold it out to me.
What am I doing?
As you're told. Now.
Again, married.
So we'll have to do the quick version. Captain Williams, say, I consent and gladly give.
To what?
Just say it. Please.
That's your daughter.
I consent and gladly give.
Need you to say it too. They're of the bride.
I consent and gladly...
I just told you my name. Now, there you go. River Song. Melody Pond. You're the woman who married me. And wife, I have a request.
Jack!
Dying and it's my fault.
Let's go.
Please, help me. There isn't another way.
Then you may kiss the bride.
I'll make it a good one.
You better.
Time went back to 5:02. Didn't it go forward earlier?
And you are forgiven. Always and completely.
Like when they touched, the time went forward, right? Almost to 5:03. Anyways, who cares? There it is. And now the clock's ticking and talking.
Heard there was a freak meteor shower 2 miles away.
But how? Wait, what? The doctor's not dead. Like, come on.
So, where are we?
I just climbed out of the Byzantium.
Oh, yeah. She's got the uniform still.
The doctor's dead.
I don't know unless you tell me.
I killed someone.
She seems fine. River Song, I mean.
In an aborted timeline, in a world that never was.
Yeah, but I can remember it, so it happened, so I did it. What does that make me now? I need to talk to the doctor, but I can't now, can I?
You just have to wait an episode, I suppose. Can't have Doctor Who without the doctor.
Of course he isn't. Not for you, I suppose.
No, he isn't. You're in a show called Doctor Who. He can't be dead. You don't have a show if he's dead.
Okay.
Also, she's
Probably shouldn't.
not, like, phased by this at all. So, yeah, he's definitely alive.
He whispered in my ear.
He whispered his name.
Not his name, no.
Yeah, it was. He said it was.
We're all one.
The doctor lies.
So do I.
Sure.
Have to. Spoilers. Pretending I don't know you're my mother, pretending I didn't recognize...
So do you guys. Obviously, because it's spoilers.
That man.
You learn from them, huh?
It's always one step.
Mommy and Daddy had a bad influence on us kids. Yeah, he's alive. But how, though? I mean, that was obvious. He's alive because... obviously. But how? That's what I'm...
Mother-in-law.
And you're his daddy-in-law.
I think Mummy might need another drink.
Who's carrying me? I demand to know. I'm ahead. I have rights.
Well...
I want my doors open this time. I demand that my doors are open.
You're ahead. You have no right or left. Just the center. It's the doc.
Actually, thinking about it, look into my eye.
Hey! Oh, was so close! He is the Tesselector.
Time said I had to...
Oh, lovely.
You're going to do this? Let them all think you're dead?
It's the only way, then they can all forget me. I got too big, Dorian. Too noisy. Time to step back into the shadows.
Okay, that was good. That got me.
Her days, yes, her nights. That's between her and me, eh?
Yeah, lovely. You saw a couple of their nights.
Still waiting for you.
You know, all over.
The Fall of the 11th and the question.
Goodbye, Dorian.
The first question, hidden in plain sight. The question you've been running from.
What's the question? Why are you gay? Doctor Who!
Doctor Who!
That's the show. You're in. Yes, alrighty then. That's the end of that. Wow, okay. Alright, there's a lot to talk about here. Okay then. Well, lovely. I thought that River might be flesh or something else might be going on with River. It was the doc. It was Doctor all along. All right. It was an interesting episode. Got questions. Lots of them. That twist was pretty good, though. I knew there was a reason they were using the Tesselector or whatever, or they were showing us again, and they sort of gave us a little description again of it as well. So that's why I was like, wait, hold on. I'm thinking she's flesh. Well, what if she is like the flesh, like a different version of River, the Tesselector? And then it was the doc, not her. It's all right. You win some, you lose some. I got the life one, though. Yeah, you guys. Got it, didn't I? Anyways. Hey, here's the thing about that. See, I mean, obviously he knew because he's the one who planned, the doctor, that is. And so he was lying to everyone because the doctor lies, great. And also because, you know, he couldn't tell them because he had to disappear under the radar, which I don't... How can you, as the doctor, stay under the radar? You have to die in a way so that they know you died, so that they no longer mess with you, is the point. The army or whatever I'm talking about, right? So that you don't want the silence in them coming after you. So you have to do it in a way that it's convincing everyone. Like literally everyone, even Amy, Rory, and River, you know. So, okay, you let River in on it. And but he has to die, right? He has to die because that's the fixed point. And so he didn't die. So what about the fixed point? Because in reality, time isn't, like, this is not time. This is just a watch, right? So ticking doesn't mean anything. So when the time was stuck and the clocks weren't ticking, like, I get it, but who cares? Because how do we know right now time's moving, like in the real world? We don't. We just made a measurement, right? And said, okay, this is time. But what is time really? It's a series of events, so those events are still happening. I'm trying to think of it in a way that maybe they don't do this show. So, okay, so fine. Time is stuck because he has to die and he didn't die, and so time is stuck, but then he didn't die anyways. And then, so that event, that point in time didn't occur. So how did time proceed? Okay, so this just popped into my head. So if it's events, which, I mean, it is events. That's how it works in the real world. Like I said, what is time? There's really, this isn't time, right? Actual events that occur is time. So if it's event, so the only people, okay, cool. So let's just put, okay, I'm trying to like gather everything in my head. My head is running in all directions. So, okay, cool. So we heard from River and Amy and, Kaveri and them that the doctor has to die. And so that's a fixed point in time because the doctor didn't actually die. It was a Tessellect that died, the robot. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. Let's just say the robot, right? That died, not the doctor. So then I'm thinking, okay, if the doctor didn't die, how is it a fixed point? It's not a fixed point because things proceed anyway. So then would that mean that the fixed point was that event taking place? That event not being the death of the doctor, but just that event. I almost said Amy. Rose, River, shooting this robot. That's an event also. So then that event was a fixed point and that event had to happen and that event didn't happen? No, what? So that would mean that the doctor was never the doctor? Because the only way that is a fixed point in time is if in episode 1, when we saw the astronaut, the child, shoot the doctor or kill the doctor, that doctor not being the real doctor, but being a Tessellect. But he couldn't have known about these events, the doctor, before they happened. So it happened with the real doctor. Then the real doctor went back, they went back 200 years. He found out from Amy and Rory and them because they knew the doctor didn't know because it's a younger doctor, right? Not the older doctor. And so then he finds out and then he comes up with a plan. And so then he does the robot thing and then he's safe. But that means that fixed point, which was the real doctor dying, didn't take place. Or he just knew it, like, from the beginning? If so, how? How could he have known something would happen before it happened? He can't go back in time, because if he goes back in time, then the real event, the actual doctor dying, happened, and he went back and changed it. And you can't change it because it's a fixed point, so that will not work. Right? So he just knew so that means that he just always knew. And it was never the doctor dying, it was always the robot dying. But how did he always knew? How can you know? What? Yeah. It's never easy to wrap your head around time travel. And you guys know I love this show, but sometimes this show attempts to do something and you get it. You're like, okay, I get what you're doing, but you butchered it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so much better ways to do this than the route you took. Do you know what I mean? And they've done this a few times now. This did not need to be this complicated. And also think about it. It's kind of, their wedding and their marriage and everything, right? So like this whole time she's like literally pouring her heart out to River, to the doctor. And the doctor knows that he's not going to die, right? Because it has to be, right? If the fixed point is not him dying, but the robot dying, then he has to know that that's what's going to happen. So he knows for sure. And he can't say it. So those people are just like crying and literally in pain, for no reason, really. I mean, not no reason, but you know what I mean? Like it's not for the reason that they think. It's for a different reason. There is a reason, but kind of harsh and torture, really, in a way, if you think about it. But yeah, it's very confusing stuff. It's very hard to wrap your head around it. I'm sure you guys will explain it to me, just as you have in the past as well. But finally, there you go. Congratulations. Finally, I didn't figure out something before it happened. You know, it was bound to happen, I suppose. It was inevitable. Like Thanos. But yeah, what else happened in this episode? I feel like there was so much going on, but that was like the most important things, and it was just flashbacks after flashback because they had to really like move it, you know what I mean? They already used like a couple of other episodes sort of developing this arc, so I mean, if they had an extra episode, I think it would have been nice. I think the pacing would have worked a little better. I definitely think the pacing, they needed a second part because there was just so much going on, and because I have sort of seen that them using that trick before, just throwing crap at you one after another, not letting you settle, I was ready for it, and I sort of dodged a few of them, like, because I knew they were gonna throw me off, because like I said, they've used that tactic a few times now in this series in particular, and maybe they did that on purpose. Who knows? Maybe they did, or maybe they didn't. But I feel like the setup, so the actual setup to the finale, right? It would have been so nice if we had part 1, which was the setup, and then part 2, which was the actual finale, instead of just a 5-second flashback, a second flashback, a 2-second flashback, a 10-second flashback. You know, like that works too. I'm not, you know, that works too. That's fine. But you're just moving past these events that are so important so quickly. And then you're doing other things, and it's, and I mean, you have to. I'm not like, I get it. You have to do that. I'm not saying you don't. Why did you do that? Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if it was 2 parts, then you didn't need to do that. You could have then expanded a little, and you could have let the episode breathe. It just felt everything was like squished in there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but I thought it was a pretty fun, confusing, typical, you know, New Who styled episode, all over the place. Very interesting concepts. Very sort of timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, you know what I mean? Messing with your mind. It takes you a while before you work around it. And even when you think about it extensively, still you're like, okay, well, okay, so this happened. No, maybe this happened. Okay, but why did this? So how did this? Do you know what I mean? Like, you still have questions at the end of the day, which I suppose is, like I said, that's Doctor Who, so job well done, I suppose. But yeah. I definitely think, because also this is the first ever finale that isn't a 2 or 3-parter, right? This is the first time it's just 1 episode, isn't it? Yeah, and I think this one more than the others needed to be a 2-parter. But yeah, just to sum it up, from what I understand, there are really 2 possibilities. One of them doesn't really work. The second one works, but then I'm like, how does it work? So the first one is that, okay, River kills Doc. Amy and everybody, they obviously learn about the Doc. They go back in time. They tell the younger Doc. They don't tell, but the younger Doc finds out, you know, through the events that we saw. And so the younger Doc now knows that he's going to die. And so he then comes up with a plan and builds the robot and whatever, right? And so then River, you know, he has to kill him. He convinces her to kill him, and so on and so forth. We saw that. So that's what happens. And he dies, and that's that. But the problem with that is, the reason why I say that doesn't work is because if the fixed point is the Doctor dying, the Doctor doesn't die. So that doesn't work, because the fixed point didn't, that event didn't occur. Then the second one is the Doctor always knew, and so even at the beginning when we see the Doctor die, that wasn't the Doctor dying, that was a Tesseract dying or getting destroyed or whatever. And so that event was a fixed event, and so that had to happen. But then again, but Amy and them, they didn't know about it, so they went back all worried, and they told they didn't tell the Doctor, but the Doctor sees that and figures it out, and he sort of like realized, okay, this has to happen, and so he just lets it happen exactly as that. And even though River and them are trying their best not to make this happen, the Doc knows that this has to happen, and he's not the one actually dying, so it just happens. And so we'll leave it at that and never touch it again, put it in the box. Let's hope it's not upside down, you know, like the head. And even though it might have rights, we'll leave it there and never touch it again. I think that might be the way to go. But yeah, that was quite an episode, quite a finale. It was all over the place. I definitely think, of all things, I think the one thing that they definitely should have done was space this out a little, these events, and put it into 2 episodes. I think that would have been brilliant. Now, up next, what we have is actually we have a couple of minisodes before the Christmas prequel. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So I think I'm just going to do a separate video with those. And yeah, and then we're going to do the Christmas special prequel in that video as well. And then we're going to watch the prequel. So that's pretty much it. If you want to see all of that right now, you can, because all of that goes first to Patreon. Link in description to my Patreon. And also full-length reactions are there on my Patreon to pretty much everything that I've done. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Until then, have a nice